I love it.
Me too. I've been changing my hairstyle too.
Yeah, your hairstyle is about a centimeter right below your chin there. Thunderbird fans, it's a big week in Cedar City, and Southern Utah Athletics needs you in the stands. Things get started Thursday afternoon at 4 o'clock when SU soccer takes on Abilene Christian over at the Thunderbird soccer field. Then on Saturday, it's a full day of Thunderbird action. SU volleyball opens things up at 12:30 inside the America First Event Center, hosting in-state rival Utah Valley. And then when the sun goes down, it's time for Thunderbird football under the lights. Kickoff is set for 6:30 at Eccles Coliseum as Southern Utah battles Abilene Christian University in front of the home crowd. Don't forget to come back out Sunday at 1 p.m. when SU soccer wraps up the weekend against Tarleton State. Grab your friends, wear your red, and help pack the stands. What's that? Pink? Well, whoever made this read is in giant trouble. I blame Reagan. Wear pink. This is Fitz's favorite color.
For volleyball?
Yeah.
Yes. Wear pink for volleyball.
It's the Wear Pink cancer awareness. So wear your pink. Get out there. And look, if pink's not your color, red's great too. All right. Coach, now that we've been past that debacle, I'm gonna lean on you a little bit to make this show great. It's the bye week. It's not a whole lot to talk about as far as football goes, but it is a time of reflection. It's a time to kind of get your ducks back in a row and get set. What's your favorite bye week story? I mean, you've had a lot of bye weeks. You've been in this game for a long time. Is there a bye week story that stands out in your head right now?
I already feel old, and he'd twist the knife. You've been
hammer.
A long time. Been in this a long time. Yeah, this year 31 of college football.
Awesome.
My favorite bye week story. I've got a little statement for bye week that's my favorite.
Okay.
I'm undefeated. In 31 years of college football, never took an L on bye week.
That's good.
Yeah, it's been good. It's been good. John, we had a good week of practice last week. I told you, on the show last week, but we went Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Got a little jump on Abilene Christian. Got to do some deep diving into their program and what they do well on offense and defense and how they're coached and what they're trying to accomplish.
Sure.
We got out of here on so finished up football on Thursday evening. Our guys we actually got some weightlifting in on Friday morning. Our guys went to class, and then they had the weekend off. So a lot of players, and without asking Braedon, I'm sure he went north to the big city.
Sure did. Okay. Yep.
He went to the big city. Mom wasn't letting him go anywhere else.
Yeah, you got to migrate back to the nest, make sure mom and dad are happy, and see the family a little bit.
He was going to where life is good. But a lot of guys in the program got to get out of town and reset their batteries and get recharged, and then came back at it and really got after it yesterday, and we're back at it again today.
Love to hear it. So because it's bye week, we don't really have a whole lot to review. Let's talk a little bit about where we are. Our offense coach is doing a great job. They're putting points on the board. I got some stats here that I wrote down, just taking a look. Man, offense is, I believe, 13th in the nation in scoring offense. We've got a few standouts. The 1-2 punch, Braedon Wissler and Josh Dye doing a great job at running back. Josh, he leads the country in touchdowns, 13. That's both rushing touchdowns and total touchdowns. That's exciting. He is 10th at yards per carry, 3rd in total yards. Josh and that room are doing a great job. We got Gabe Nunez, top 30 in total yards, top 30 in receiving total yards, receiving yards per game, and number 12 in the nation in receptions per game. You got Lando Brown. He's number 3 in the country with 6 sacks. Good job, Lando. Number 15th in the country, tackles for loss with 15 tackles. Well, actually, I'm not sure. It's just number 15. I didn't write down all the stats, but just wanted to highlight some of those guys. And
you did a deep dive of your own.
Yeah. Well,
on the offensive players
and Bronson Barron also doing a great job at quarterback. I think he's in the top 20.
Well, we've got 2 really good quarterbacks right now. We've got 2 really good tailbacks. Let's give some credit to those guys up front and those offensive linemen and Matt White coaching them and doing a great job there. And then we've got tight ends that are playing hard, and Scott Fahey's doing a nice job of getting those guys to block on rundowns and run great routes on passing downs. But, yeah, the unsung heroes, that those guys up front are doing a nice job of opening up holes for our running backs and then protecting our quarterbacks.
Coach, how do we change the unsung part of the offensive line?
You're not going to.
They don't have a lot of stats that you keep track of. We gotta figure out a few metrics.
So you're saying we don't have a lot to talk about, but let's do this. Name the position, name the sport, name the position in any sport where their entire career is based on having their back to the football, their back to the action. Everything they do is based on them being unselfish. And, John, I've said it before and I'll say it again. The best people that come out of all of athletics are offensive linemen and tight end. And the most successful people as adults are, husbands and business owners and employees and just anything you can think of. The best people are always those guys up front because it has to be so unselfish what they do day in and day out.
It's the attitude of service almost, because they're not getting any stats. I went to go look for stats, like even pancakes or whatever. I'm sure the PPF has different grades and everything that they look at to see who are the best linemen out there. But PFF, yeah.
Our coaching staff has our stats, and our coaching staff has our stats for the last 4 years.
Yeah.
But like is consistent with an offensive lineman tight end's personality. They don't even want it published.
They don't want to be talked about. They just want to go about, do their thing, dominate the opponent,
Make sure
Braedon's get through the biggest holes you can get.
Yep.
Yeah.
The one thing you can say about them, I mean, if you want to, let me find something that's really selfish about them. The great ones love physicality and violence.
Yeah.
Yeah, the great ones, it's there. I'm 6'6", I'm 315. I've been told all my life not to hurt the little guy. I've been told not to knock anybody down. This is my chance to absolutely maul somebody.
Just to let it all go.
Yeah, I can get after this guy for 3 hours, and the cops aren't getting called.
No, and it's a force of wills, right? It's dominating and enforcing your will upon another human being. Look, it's been happened to me. I got bullied around in school a little bit, so I know what it's like to be on the other side of that. It's no fun, and it makes you want to quit. So our offensive line, you got to be bullies, man. Make them want to quit.
And then you became an adult and started bullying back, didn't you?
Yeah, well, yeah, obviously. Yeah, I'm a golfer, Coach.
Oh, yeah. Braedon, you ever play golf with him? You ever play golf with him?
Not a lot of bullies out on the golf course, man.
Yeah, he'll stick a knife in your back right in the middle of the round.
Yeah, ask Byron Anderson about that. We'll leave that to another day, but I got him pretty good. Although he's a pretty good golfer, old BA. Yeah, he's a little better than I thought he would. He might be a little sandbagger. He didn't bring the money out, but he's probably grateful he didn't.
Okay.
Anyways, we had a good time with those guys. Another story for another day. But, Coach, our offense does seem to be clicking. We've talked about the O-line, Bronson Barron and Will Burns at the quarterback spot. You had mentioned that there might be some changes coming on the side of the ball, on the other side of the ball. We discussed a little bit of those changes and kind of follow up. You've had a few practices to see how that goes. Let's talk to Thunderbird Nation as much as you want to about the changes that were made and what we can expect from the defense going forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, we've changed some coaching responsibilities and kind of reshuffled our coaching staff on the defensive side of the ball. It's been better so far, John, and we're hopeful. We're hopeful that things will get a lot better going forward. But I'm going to say this to you, and unless our players respond, none of it matters. It's all for naught unless they're going to respond. And we've got to have guys on that defensive side of the ball that aren't running to the football. They're not pursuing the football, and they're not punching at the football because they've been told to. They're doing it because it's the right thing to do. And, John, you cannot be successful. You cannot be successful without running to the football and then getting after the ball when you get there. The ball is the program. The ball is the only thing that matters. There's never been a touchdown or a field goal scored without it. And then you flip over on offense, there's never been one scored. There's never been one scored or kicked without it.
Yeah. Well, pretty much you got to have
I don't know if I said that exactly right,
well,
but
I think
I'm
we
trying.
get the gist. We get the gist. And defense is a mob mentality, man. It's got to be everybody mob into that ball.
That's you couldn't have said it better than that.
Yeah.
They've got to run to the ball because it's the right thing to do, and not because they're being told to do it by a certain coach or another coach. Or it doesn't matter. It has to be their mentality.
Coach, before we went on air, you talked a few things about kind of like the motivation, like how some people can get down and up. But it came down to one thing. What was that one thing that you felt like that a good football player needs to have?
You were talking athletics because we were talking golf and we were talking football and all things athletic. And you talked about, when you get down, and correct me if I'm wrong, you said when you get down, it's really, really hard to get back up.
Well, okay, the point was it's human nature. It's easy to get down. It's harder to climb back up is what I was referring to.
Yeah, but on that human nature part,
Yeah.
Okay, if you're loving what you're doing, if you love what you're doing, you're not ever getting down. Hey, this guy right here, he doesn't ever have a bad practice.
Nope.
And whether we're 4-1 or 1-4, he never has a bad practice and shows up and gives everything he's got during practice. And we have several guys like that on offense, and then we have one or two on defense. We need to get more. John, but I truly believe this. If you love the sport you're playing and you love what you're doing, there's never a day when a coaching staff and a program and a university aren't getting all you've got.
Yeah. Well, it's a super important thing. It's hard to it's got to be hard to kind of go and recruit that. You got to get a sense of what is in the young man's heart and the way he was raised and so on and so forth. But really, a whole football team full of guys that love football, always successful.
No doubt.
Yeah, always successful.
Cannot be stopped.
Yeah. You have a young man next to you that's had quite a journey. Let's talk a little bit to our man, Braedon Wissler. Braedon Wissler is the Visit Cedar City Bryan Head Student Spotlight. My man, you got a little flow going. Love the hair. You're looking sharp.
Appreciate it.
Braedon, tell us where you're from and tell us just a little bit about how you came to Southern Utah University.
So I grew up in South Jordan, Utah, so just a couple hours down the road.
Just up the road, yep.
Went to Bingham High School. From there, I went to the University of Utah for a few years. Was banged up most of the time. I tore my ACL 3 times, so I was injured for the majority of the time that I was there.
They put like cellophane in there? What happened after the first 1 and 2?
They tried everything in the book, really. But the third one was the best
You're
one.
so powerful, and you create so much torque on your knees that he's human. You needed bionics.
Right. And then from there, entered the transfer portal, and then ended up here.
And here you are.
Cedar City.
Yeah. That's awesome, man.
Yes, sir.
Coach, the recruiting cell was just too much to resist. He just couldn't say no.
Coming from the University of Utah, massive upgrade in facilities, massive upgrade in weightlifting.
Braedon's the first guy I recruited here.
Is that right?
Braedon may be my first commitment. He's got to be close. Maybe my first commitment, probably. But I do remember telling his son, this football program's 1-10, and we stink. If you come here, you got a chance to play early. And he goes, I'm in. Let's
go. I just want to play football. Yeah. Well, look, after sitting out and after having all those injuries, and then also the rehab process is not fun. I mean, that is something that you got to grind at every day to get back to game shape. Yep. So tip my cap to you for the perseverance to get through that all. One thing that a former coach here, a good friend, Ed Lamb, used to say when he was talking to people about different facilities, and they would come from these bigger organizations, he'd ask some of the guys, say, hey, do their weights weigh the same as ours? They might be prettier, but their weights weigh the same as ours, Right. And they play with 11 guys. We play with 11 guys, right? And so I love that mentality, that bunkering down, and just realizing, hey, it is what it is. We got what we got, but let's roll together. Let's lift, let's play, let's practice like champions, regardless of our environment.
Yep.
Tell us a little bit about your field of study. You've been here a little while. Mm-hmm. How many years have you been in college?
I think this is year 7 or so.
7th, super duper senior.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Yeah. That's wild. We had
at most universities, people that are there 7 years
are teaching.
They're called doctors. Doctors. Dr. Wissler.
What field of study have you been interested in here at Southern Utah University, and what do you feel like you can do with that after football?
Yeah, so I actually last semester graduated with my degree in psychology.
Congratulations, man.
Yep, appreciate it.
That's awesome. Psychology, you said?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And what's that? How's that going to help you in the future?
I feel like it will just help with a lot of whatever really job I'm looking for.
Okay.
And, going into it, I was always interested in psychology just because I've had friends growing up who had, mental health issues. I had a friend who passed away in high school just due to things like that. So
yeah.
I just want to help other people, honestly, kind of figure out the mental side of things.
Absolutely. Sorry to hear that. And, that is kind of a fact of life, right? But being able to communicate, to maybe draw out some things that people are holding inside definitely can help you go forward in this life and help a lot of people. So congratulations on your degree there.
Appreciate it.
You've been an SUU T-Bird now this is your 4th year?
Yep.
Let's take a little ride down memory lane. What are some of your favorite moments of being a T-Bird?
Man, some of my favorite moments, probably a few years ago, just reflecting on Tarleton, because, that was the last game that we had. But a few years ago when we went to Tarleton's place, we were down 21 or 27, whatever it was, at halftime, and came back and ended up winning by 1 or 3 or whatever it was. Man, that was a fun game to play in. Just seeing the guys really rally around each other and believe in each other.
Yeah.
It was one of my favorite moments here, for sure.
So really watching these guys play for each other is your best moment.
Mm-hmm.
How do you capture more moments like that? I mean, you as a 7th-year senior, what are you doing to help lead these guys and bring them up so that they can experience those same things you did?
Right. I think it kind of goes back to what I said, believing in each other.
Yeah.
I feel like at moments we lack that, and I feel like we kind of need to bring that back and just encourage each other, keep pushing each other each and every day.
Get a little belief.
Right.
I like it.
Right.
Cool, man.
Sure.
Look, you've got the microphone. Anything you wanted to tell Thunderbird Nation or Mom and Pop or whatever? Like, what's your message to Thunderbird Nation?
I definitely just wanted to say, I appreciate my family, my friends, especially my parents.
They're awesome, by the way.
Absolutely.
His parents are the best. They
Absolutely.
show up everywhere. They're great people.
All home games, away games, so I appreciate them and all the time and the money that they've spent on me. And everybody that's believed in me throughout the process, all the coaches, everybody.
Very
appreciate
cool.
it.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, Braedon Wissler is our Visit Cedar City Bryan Head Student Spotlight. Coach, we need to look forward. We got our bye week. We've rested. We've regrouped, and now we've got a foe. We've got a focal point that we can aim at. Abilene Christian University is coming into Eccles Coliseum next week.
You disappointed me.
Uh-oh, what did I do?
We've got a focal point. I thought you were going to lead right into the sheep parade in town on Saturday. That's a big deal, John.
That is a big deal.
Yeah.
For people that don't know it, explain what the sheep parade is.
The football game is actually the second most popular event going on Saturday in Cedar City.
It might be.
They're going to run 9,752 sheep right straight down Main Street and just pray that none of them take a left or a right and head up any of the mountains.
It is a sea of wool. And if you've ever been there and you get down, and some years get a little wild because sometimes there may be a few more sheep, or maybe they put that rogue sheep up front that wants
there's rumors about losing sheep.
It's wild. It's a lot of fun. And so for people that are tuning in that aren't from Cedar City and have no idea what we're talking about, it is a spectacle. They need to have like CNN and Fox come down and do a special on it because it is a unique experience to watch the sheep.
Go tractor parade, right? Tractor parade, and then the sheep finish off the tractor parade.
Yeah.
And for me, this is all a rumor because I don't get to see any of it.
Well, I'll video it and then I'll show it to you.
You won't be out of bed that early.
Well, you're probably right.
Yeah.
I'll have my wife film it. And then we'll watch it together.
Ask please.
Yeah, that sounds good. No, it's a great event in Cedar City, and so yeah, if you're visiting, we've got all kinds of things to do. Maybe before you head over to the volleyball game at 12:30, go over to the Sheep Festival Parade and what's it called, the Heritage Festival Parade, and watch something that you will probably not see in other towns in America.
Very unique.
Yeah, unique to the area. Okay.
Now we're at Abilene Christian.
Off the sheep, over to Abilene Christian. They are one of them cats.
Yep.
They are a purple team, and they're from Texas.
I like purple.
Yeah.
I'm a James Madison
That's
grad.
right.
Yeah. I believe purple too.
Yeah, okay.
Abilene Christian. John, I say this a lot, but as well coached as any football program in the country. What a job Keith Patterson has done there. I don't know if they had a winning season in FCS, and they've been FCS a while.
Yeah.
But I don't know if they had a winning season before he got there. They're the defending conference champions. They went undefeated in the conference last year, won a playoff game, had an opportunity to win 2 playoff games. Had some players graduate and some players leave in the portal, and Keith's been able to go back and restock. John, here's where he's different and has earned his money. People know Keith Patterson nationally in football because he's one of the best defensive coordinators in all of Division I football. And I'll leave some places out, but at Texas Tech and Pittsburgh and West Virginia and a lot of places, he was a good DC. Got an opportunity to be the head coach at Abilene Christian at 58 years old, and that's an opportunity that doesn't come around very often.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, athletic directors and presidents won't hire you at that age. But Keith is he was a young 58. Now Keith is 62 years old. He's the head coach there. He's doing a great job recruiting. He is their defensive coordinator. So he does their play calls, and it's really, really interesting watching him call plays on Saturdays and stuff because he's doing a lot of things for that football program and doing them well. Hey, the co-DC is Nick Holt. Nick Holt's a legend in college football. He's been a DC at a lot of good places and really, really good. And then you flip over on offense, and Graham Harold is their offensive coordinator, and everybody that Graham Harold led the NCAA in passing multiple years, was Mike Leach's quarterback at Texas Tech.
Toss the rock.
He throw it around now.
Yeah.
Throw it around. And I would say this, their quarterback, the Stone kid plays.
Stone Earl.
See, he plays as much like Graham Harold as anybody does in the country.
Interesting.
He's running Graham's offense. He's playing like Graham. Very accurate, throws the football on time, knows exactly what's going on in their offense.
Coach, that's making a lot of sense because Steve Earl, he's up there. He's
Stone Earl.
Sorry, Stone. Yeah, I can't read my own writing. It looks like Steve. Sorry, Stone. Your name is badass, by the way. Stone Earl. That is a football player's name. I'm just saying. It makes a lot of sense because he is 17th in the nation in completion percentage. He's completed 148 out of 218 attempted. He's number 10 in touchdowns.
He didn't beat West Georgia by himself last week.
No, I'm just saying he looks a lot like his coach would play.
Are you going to let me finish?
Well, you didn't let me finish, so I'm going to interrupt you interrupting me.
You were rambling. I'm actually going to say something important.
We'll see.
So he didn't beat him by himself, but boy,
of course not, yeah.
He beat West Georgia last week. Every single third and long, he either hits the open receiver to extend the drive or he runs for a first down. I think they had 2 called runs in the game last week, and he rushed for 90 yards just scrambling. But third and 9, he gets first down. 3rd and 11, 3rd and 12, he just runs and gets first down. I don't know if there's another quarterback in the conference that can do that the way he did it last week.
Yeah, he was very effective. 21 for 32, 241 yards, and 3 touchdowns.
And I'll give you on Abilene Christian, huge. That if there's 125 Group of 5 programs in the country, that they would be in the top 25 in size. They have a Division I size,
big boys,
Division I athleticism, good football program.
They are coming off a 30-13 win over West Georgia, currently ranked 17th in the nation. Another quality ranked opponent coming through town. There are some similarities between us offensively, but we already talked about how good their quarterback is. They run the ball by committee. There was, I think, like 7 guys that ran the ball last week for another 200-something yards, 210, I believe. And so what are the keys? What are our keys for disrupting that offense?
Our keys we've got to run to the football better, and we've been running the football. Our run defense has to be better than it's been. And then we're not going to stop the quarterback, but we have to hope to contain him. We have to try to contain him and do those things at a high level. And that's where we have to be. But getting penetration, getting pressure on the quarterback, tackles for loss, Playing their rushing offense in the backfield is going to be key to us. And, John, we have to run to the football and then tackle when we get there.
Yeah. Coach, anything else we need to know about Abilene Christian and our matchup on Saturday?
Yeah, it should be a great one.
Should be a great one. Again, 6:30 under the lights. Wear pink if you're of a mind to do that. And then we're excited to see Abilene Christian and SUU Thunderbirds go at it. I've got the Pizza Hut Pizza My Mind question. Unfortunately, we've already answered it. So should I read it or should I just
read it?
Well, we got to do. I probably contractually, I probably need to read it.
Maybe you can come up with another one with the answer.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I'm not very bright, as you've pointed out many times. What's the one thing a player can do to have success?
Sorry for yourself today.
Look, I'm on one today.
Feeling sorry.
Yeah, I'm on one today. So, what's the one thing a player can do to have success playing football? What's if you were talking to a bunch of 10-year-olds or 15-year-olds or young guys, and you say, they ask, what's the thing that I can do to be successful at this sport? What is it?
Be mentally and physically tough, and love what you're doing. But if you're mentally and physically tough, you love what you're doing. You don't have that lazy trait. That you're probably going to be pretty good at that. And you say that about any sport.
Yeah, you say it about life. I mean, the reality is if you love what you do and you're mentally and physically tough, you're going to go a long way.
Yep.
That's a fact.
Agree. Be passionate.
Be passionate.
Be passionate about what you're doing. And if you're not passionate about it, go do something else.
Yeah. Find excuses to be great instead of finding excuses why you're not great.
Couldn't agree more.
That's another good one. Braedon, do you have any shout-outs? You need to shout out anybody. What's in your heart, buddy?
I think I already hit it with just my parents
family?
and the family.
Sure.
Yeah.
Love it. Coach, shout outs.
Shout out to everybody here. Thank you guys for coming. Really appreciate the Battishers. Really appreciate the Oberhelmans. I'm going to steal your thunder. We got Miss Shannon here, which is John's better half. Not even close. Maybe
like better three-quarters.
Better 75%. Yeah, you beat me to that one. We got Mama Diane here. John's mom here. And I'd hate to see how in the dumps you'd be if your mom wasn't here today.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, seeing Miss Shannon and Diane, that lights a day up for me.
When you just look over there, it's like a beam of light.
Yeah.
Just it's a pillar of light over there. Just
couldn't agree more.
Beautiful ladies. Ladies.
The athletic staff that is here. Thank you guys for being here.
Well, you stole my thunder again. Stepped on my shout out, my beautiful wife and my awesome mom. Mama Diane, there's a lot of people in this town that know her, and I think they would all have the same opinion. She's pretty great. She dodged a bullet when she had me because, it could have been bad, but I'm pretty good. I'm pretty easy to deal with.
You get tendonitis in your elbow, patting yourself on the back.
She needed me after my sisters, man. She needed one like me. They put her through it, and I could do no wrong. I was the third kid. Third kid's always the one that can just do whatever they want because the first two were crazy. Yeah,
that was you.
That was good timing. The good Lord put me in good timing. Anyway, those are my shout-outs, Shannon Smith and Miss Diane. Look, for Braedon Wissler, for Coach Delane Fitzgerald, I'm Jon Smith signing off. Go Thunderbirds.
Go T-Birds.